Okay. Hello, hello, hello. So, um, pretty much this whole situation. This whole situation with the All About the Tea. You guys know that we're just going to keep you guys updated in regards to this All About the Tea situation. So, Skool Boi did an interview with Lady's first panel with Jay Lee's Corner, and I feel like she did a really good job interviewing Skool Boi. So Skool Boi finally spoke his piece and pretty much what was going on the during the interview and during her time with All About the Tea. So we're going to be referring to we're going to refer her to the avatar, okay? So we won't be saying her name here. We're just going to be saying the avatar. And we're just going to give you guys a few updates. We've made a video so far from everyone who has spoken their silent bishop. Of course, we made a video at Ples, and also the avatar herself, and now Skool Boi, and also Marcella. So please take everything we say in this video. Please take it to light, like guys. It's really not that serious. Everything we say here is our opinion and our opinion only, and everything we say on here is alleged. Okay, so we're just going to be talking about Skool Boi's interview with Jay Lee's Corner and the Ooh Ladies. So that is pretty much it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and let Lucy go ahead and take that over.
Yes, so thank you so much, Sin, for clarifying that. Again, all of this is alleged and it's all our opinions only. So again, like Sin said, that was an amazing interview. It was a great opportunity for Skool Boi to definitely come and express herself and give her perspective on what happened, and so we can all hear what went down based on her viewpoint. Now, because we do know that Skool Boi was the one who did went live after, even before anyone really knew what was going on, really behind the scenes. So Skool Boi was the one who, and I feel like she got a lot of backlash with that. So it was definitely an opportunity for her to really clear her, to hear her voice. All right, so Skool Boi. So in the interview, some of these are some things that I did mention, and also in the chat, you can also, you know, join us in this chat as well. We will be opening up the phone calls later, so you all can just also share what you thought about the interview, and also because we're just trying to put these pieces together. We're just putting all of these pieces together because there are some things where I did have some questions based on her interviews, based on what Skool Boi said on that live as well. So we're just here to pinpoint a few things, and again, we have to definitely be accountable. And I'm going to speak to Skool Boi in terms of when I say accountability, I mean we have to definitely be accountable for the things that we do and how we go about our emotions. Yes, it's all good and all to say, you're forgiven, or yeah, let's move forward. But I think that we tend to make this mistakes a lot of times. We tend to move forward, and without hearing others, or kind of waiting out until we find the facts before we go live or dish whatever it is out. And I think that as these people, as being, she calls herself a publicist, she's a publicist, she is a influencer, or yeah, she's an influencer, so she's out there. So i so i feel like as that person who has that title, it's important that you just be careful kind of what you put out there, because again, just because this interview was done doesn't mean that a lot of us have forgotten that when she went live, because she really did say a lot of things that is kind of hard to kind of swallow. And in terms of Ples, maybe they have came in contact with one another, maybe spoke and maybe hashed it out, but it was a really hard pill to swallow when you watch that live. I think with that live, she definitely spilled a lot, and she expressed how she felt. She really did. So I think that whether or not, someone told you something, or whether the avatar was, putting things in your ears, or telling you this, or manipulating you, I think at the same time, we still have to make wise decisions, and just be careful, ask questions before, we go about things. So I felt like that's kind of where Skool Boi fell short in, and that's kind of what she also mentioned in the interview. She did say that she mentions and calls it a blind loyalty. She felt like the avatar was using a lot of personal information, like personal issues that they had going on, like different, like all of them had going on, and use that against them, and just in different ways. So she felt like she was being manipulated. All of them were being manipulated in different ways. And a lot of things that we saw, like when they were being a panel, we would see them, it was different from what was going on behind the scenes, right? So what was being displayed out public. And of course, I mean, that happens, right? I mean, that's with anything that you have a group with, or any kind of panel, there will be things that will go on behind the scenes. And of course, when we get there, when we're out there, and we pretend we're okay, and of course we get to work. So that's kind of what she was saying, with that. Now, she did mention that at first she was enjoying it. It was for fun, the money. But then it started getting. She felt that her energy became off, because some of the things that, like the topics that were being said, was a little bit triggering. So she felt that she was off. That's when things started becoming. She started thinking about a few things. And she did mention that when she made the video, that she wasn't thinking, and that after she made the video, someone had to tell her that she messed up, and that she had to go apologize. And so it took for someone to tell her that she messed up. She said someone personal close to her had to tell her that she messed up when she went live. So she said she thought about it, and that's when, of course, she decided to possibly reach out, and think about some things. So again, all in all, she said everything she that was done was based on her emotions, and she was being played. That's all she kept saying. Everything was was told to her was being played. She was being played, and she didn't know that what Ples said on her live before she went live herself. So let's just take a note of that. She said she didn't know what Ples said before she went live and made the video. Another thing that Skool Boi said was that the avatar did not had to, like, kind of, rule out what they were to post on their individual contents, right? So she told them what they were supposed, like, kind of res- maybe certain things, restriction of what not or what to post within their individual contents. So basically, kind of, regulating what their content would be.
Yeah, so
Um,
she was pretty much, oh, sorry, I was gonna say she was pretty much, it was like employee conflict of interest. So pretty much, she was regulating what they were going to be posted. So let's say if they were talking about maybe, I don't know, maybe let's say if they were talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta or something, right? The avatar, they couldn't post, like, let's say if they were talking about the Real Housewives of Atlanta on the avatar's page, right? Skool Boi and them could not make a video on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it was like conflict of interest.
Right. So yes, so she conflict of interest. Yeah. So basically, it was certain content they were supposed to be that were not supposed to go on there. Maybe their individual page, and that differs from the panel that they were in. So yeah, so basically that was a lot that was said on the interview, but I think all that we can take from that, at least I got, was a lot of things that was what happened was due to the avatar. A lot of, like, the manipulation, um, all the stuff happened was because of the avatar. So yeah, so that's what she said. Sin, what did you like? Okay, so let's get to a few things that we feel like that we had trouble with her interview, that we felt like we can kind of disagree and not to disagree and not to agree.
Okay. Well, certainly I will have to say once again, I am very proud of Schoolboy for coming out, trying to, speak her piece, and her being given a platform to address all of this like issue that is going on. Okay. So there's a few things that we just need to put into place. Okay, first we can all say, how did an avatar put a battery in your back? You know, like I mean, yes, like a lot of things, people are blindly led, but how did you let an avatar like put a battery in your back? And you should have at least spoken to Ples, because the original interview that I mean the original video that Schoolboy did, it literally seemed like it was like hostility when it came to pledge. Like it did not seem like, I don't know, it seemed very personal to me.
It definitely, and I'm sorry to cut you off, that it definitely seemed personal. And I felt like she had a lot of, there was, like she said, there was a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and she probably had things that she was against Ples, and that was basically what was that. So that live that she did was what she was truly feeling, was her true feelings. And she said it was based on emotions, yes, emotions that you had against your former coworker, right?
Hmm.
So, and she said that she wished that they could have talked it out. I mean, why, what was stopping you all from not talking about it?
Hmm.
She said that they didn't have each other's phone numbers, but I think I did hear at some point that they all, like, they would do like some dark after dark shows. Like they would text some, like, they would actually communicate through text messages and stuff. Um, so I'm not understanding why she said they weren't able to like communicate, or she didn't have their number. I don't think that's an excuse. I felt like, it was easy to say, or send them a DM, or send them a chat, say, hey, can we talk? Like, what was wrong? Why couldn't she do that?
Right. I definitely, yep. Like, why didn't she didn't do that? Because that is a way that you can just try to get things clarified. And I also feel like, maybe she was trying to weigh out how things were going to go. Like, if the Avatar got a lot of support, well, I'm gonna roll with the Avatar. If not, then she's seeing that the Avatar is getting a lot of backlash and stuff. Then okay, let me try to, I don't know. I just feel like, the initial interview, and that still sticks in my head. Like, that just seems very, very, it seemed too personal. It definitely seems too personal. So I was just trying to see, like, how, like, where people's, like, allegiance or loyalty is going to lean toward. And right now, it's not really looking good for the Avatar. So it's just like, well, let me just go while I can, because, I mean, different people have spoken out. Like, we've talked about Marcella speaking out, like Marcella breaking her silence and stuff. And certain things that certain things that was mentioned during the interview, it looks like the Avatar really did go for the, it just seemed like the Avatar did go for the juggler when it came to Marcella. So I'm not gonna say too much about Marcella and stuff, but the Avatar hasn't really spoken out or anything bad about Schoolboy. She hasn't said anything. Like, she said something, things when it comes to the other panelists and stuff, but not towards Schoolboy. So it's just like, yeah. Yeah, okay, thank you. Patty said, yeah, it did seem like a personal attack, but she had the Avatar all in her ear. Yeah, like she said that the Avatar did put a battery in her back. That's what she said. Okay, so we have Dr. Blue in here. Hey, Dr. Blue, Juanita. Hey, thank you all for the support. Yes, so we're just all talking about just kind of Schoolboy's recent interview that she did with the Ooh Ladies panel. So that's what we're just going to be talking about today, and also any updates. Because there had, like it's this thing started last week, right? So there's going to be updates, and we said we're going to keep trying to update you guys on what's going on, have a conversation because there's also more to the story. Like things are building up. Now we have um, people are like things are building up every day. Now, Marcel has spoken out, Schoolboy has spoken out, and people are actually trying, figuring out who the avatar may be, So
Yeah, and to someone's a question, we have, and again, this has been said several times. Someone asked in the chat if we've seen the avatar. No one have seen the avatar.
mhm.
Again, I mean, we haven't seen the avatar, right?
Yeah,
The panelists haven't seen the avatar unless if there's something they're not telling us, but no one have seen the avatar. No one have seen the avatar. Um, so yeah, and another thing that I wanted to also that it wasn't clear to me was that she said that she didn't see Plez's live or Plez's video before she made that video, or she didn't know what Plez said in the live before she made the video. So my question to Schoolboy, because I know in Schoolboy's live, she also mentioned that how many lives that Plez had. So if you didn't watch the video or you know, you didn't know what she said on that video, how do you know how many views that she got? See, that's not clear. That's not clear, and I just feel like I understand Schoolboy wants to come out and clear her name. However, it is not looking good because there's some errors and there's some gaps to the things that she would say. I wish that she would just say, I watched the live and this is the reason why I came out and I spoke. Or, this is this. So she said she didn't see it. She didn't see what she said on it. Well, how do you know how many views that she received on that live? So that wasn't clear to me. That was not clear. And
Oh, that's good that you did mention that because I didn't even see that part where she was saying how many how many views that Plus had. So it's like you kind of must have saw the video before you made the video. So
exactly. So it's like either way, even if you were put a battery in the battery in your back, or whether the avatar was telling you things, quote unquote, manipulating you. I feel like you had the opportunity to say, okay, I can do this freely. I can go and communicate with class, or just wait until this is addressed, and then we can move forward. We can all make our videos, just like how Bishop had the video out, just like everyone spoke within their own time. But however, I think that, like Dr. Blue said, she was so influenced by the avatar that she felt like she needed to be heard. She needed to be heard. So I just thought that that was interesting that she mentioned that she didn't see her live, but she knew how many views that she got with that video. Um, and another thing that she mentioned was, of course, some of the topics were triggering. Now, at what point did you feel like the things that was said on that panel, or some of the topics that were said, were so triggering that you didn't feel like, okay, maybe I should reconsider? Because the what I based on when I watched it, I always thought you were so comfortable with providing your feedbacks, or just like maybe giving just giving your perspective on a particular topic, why you were so comfortable that you felt like you needed to be heard. And some of the things that you did say on there wasn't, was somehow what didn't come out like the way it was supposed to. So I feel like that was a little bit, I was kind of, I didn't understand that. You said at some point some of the topics were a little triggering. And of course, that's after Bishop came out to say that some of the topics were triggering, because you didn't initially say this on your live, right? you didn't. It seemed like you were more so going after Ples, like you had a personal agenda against her. So why all of a sudden now you're basically kind of regurgitating on what Bishop said? So I
Right.
did.
And go ahead, Lucy.
No, you're fine. So it's just, it's not clear to me.
Yeah, so that's where I just feel like there's some discrepancy when it even comes to we feel like there's some discrepancy where it comes to Schoolboy, and also a little bit of Bishop when he spoke out too, because they said they weren't feeling comfortable with some of the topic, but they were going along with the avatar as well, like attacking some of, when it came to serious topics. The only person that actually felt uncomfortable and really didn't want when it came to certain topics was Ples, and you can see it all over her face. So it was like, sometimes that's where integrity, a lot of like integrity comes from, and also knowing who you are, standing for something. If it's something that in your core, like you're just not comfortable with, you're going to be like, oh no, like I can't, that's just regardless of whatever situation you are in. If you're not comfortable with that, like with certain topics, just say, I mean, I really just don't really know. And that's what Ples would do, because she stood for what she believed in. And there were some things she just did not comment on because it went against her core value. Yep, it went against her core value, and she didn't speak on some of those things. And we also have but I guess sometimes you look at things, maybe um Bishop and Schoolboy just did a reflection. Maybe they just looked at certain things, man, like, man, why did I even do this, or why did I say this? Why, why did I even make this mistake? Yes, yes, Charlotte. Absolutely. Hopefully this is a lesson learned. Absolutely. This is a lesson learned. So hopefully this is the interview that we will be getting from Schoolboy, because she did say she's going on a hiatus and she's gonna quit YouTube and stuff. But she's back. She says that she's not gonna allow anybody to stop her from from quitting YouTube or stopping YouTube or so she says that she's not going to allow anybody to get in her way when it comes to doing what she likes to do, which is YouTube and creating content. Yes. Okay. So Black Swan, let me just put this up here. She said Platts has a real career that requires a moral compass, not a. So I mean, I'm not sure what the other panelists when it comes to school. I think they all have some kind. They all have careers and stuff. So, but
Well,
I'm just
wait,
saying. Okay.
Schoolboy did mention that she was a medical coder, so she does a lot of coding for billing for doctor's office and stuff. So I think she's in a health field.
She's in healthcare. Yeah, so she's in the healthcare business and stuff. So I think that sometimes that's just with whenever you believe in something and your dignity, and you have like dignity when it comes to certain things, and you truly believe in it, something that goes against what you believe in your core value. We all have a core value. We all have something that we stand for. We all have something that when it's like, okay, yeah, I'm not, this is just not who I am, regardless of whatever the platform, whatever rewards that comes with it. It's just not who I am. And I cannot go against that, And yes, and in um in Pleasant's case, let's put Pleasant's case. Whenever she got sworn in as a lawyer, you always take an oath. As a doctor and as a lawyer, any profession that requires you to serve the people, whatever profession that you are in, you take an oath. And sometimes that oath always stands with you. And when you are put in a situation where it goes against your core values and stuff, you whether it's on a panel or anything that you decide to do, and if it goes against your core value, you're going to be like, oh no, like this is just not it, like I'm not, just no comment. And she would do that.
Yeah, and I agree with what you're saying. That kind of reminds me of, like, I would hear some people say, "Oh, well, if she knew that if she was a quote unquote lawyer, why did she go on a reality? Why did she join the panel, knowing that all they talk about is reality, and knowing that a lot of things will be said that will probably go against her morals and her values, right? So it's, to me, I feel there's nothing wrong with her going out there and joining that reality, joining the panel, because at the same time, who doesn't want to get involved? She says she loves to talk about reality shows, but again, she did give, when you watched her, she gave a very logical. Her standpoints were very on point. It makes you think, and it was just coming from a logical standpoint. So they definitely needed someone like Ples on that show, right? On that panel. So, and there was some stuff that was triggering, but however, I felt like she also watched what she said. And she, of course, as a lawyer, you have to think before you speak, right? You have to think about the stuff that you're going to say before you speak. You have to do some analyzing and then present your case. So I think that's what Ples did in my standpoint. There's absolutely nothing that she didn't do nothing wrong. Not to say that lawyers can't join a panel. She joined it, and she gave a logical perspective.
Mhm. I mean, there's a lot of people, a lot of professional people who are in this on this platform: lawyers, doctors, nurses, teachers, just a lot of like different professions that do talk about reality shows. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to just have a little fun, maybe discuss, come on the platform, discuss about reality shows. Yeah, we are all human, absolutely. Like sometimes you want to take your work, your career, whatever you do, whether you're an entrepreneur, you don't always want to think about that. Maybe you just want to create a YouTube that is different from what you do in your professional life. Like there are people who are nurses by trade, and they have a YouTube that's dedicated to nursing life, or a dentalist, dental hygienist. They have a YouTube that's dedicated to being a dental hygienist. And there's people who are lawyers and doctors and nurses and teachers who have a YouTube that is opposite from what they do. From what they do, because you don't always want to always talk about, you're leaving work and you're coming back to work. No, like you don't always want to do that.
And also,
So
to add that this was during the, like she
during
said,
pandemic.
basically this happened during like when we were going through the pandemic, and now that things are opening back up, that's when she feels like she wants to kind of, like, she wants to leave the panel and focus on other things, which is fine, which is great. I mean, at some point we were all locked in, right? So the only thing we could definitely do was maybe find something to watch on TV or YouTube. So she joined the panel. So what is wrong with that? She gave a logical reason why she joined the panel, and yeah, I mean, what's wrong with that? She gave, again, a logical reason why she's leaving the panel. So I don't understand what was the biggest issue of her leaving. All right, so Black Swan says Plaz was one who gave even-minded commentary. Plez was a Kenya fan who addressed her for humanitarian lenses. Exactly, and that's, as a lawyer, you're using that from your humanitarian standpoint, and that's exactly what Plez did.
Mhm.
So again, someone else made a comment about, okay, so Black Swan also says they all have no credibility except Ples. Bishop can't claim to be a minister when he was rarely messy in that panel. There is shady, then there is just downright nasty. Again, exactly. There is, again, no credibility to why. For me, I didn't understand why Bishop joined the show when he said he doesn't like women's drama, but the panel was majority of women, and also, at least the later show, the one that they are now, that the one that they were on, were all full with women, and of course they were talking about drama, like a lot of reality shows that involve women. So I didn't understand that. I really didn't. So I don't understand why he didn't decide to say something when all that was going on, but he did exit out alive. So it doesn't scream credibility to me.
So hey guys, there's 79 people here, well, 80 people here. So please make sure as you're coming in, like this video, also subscribe. Right now, we're just talking about Schoolboy's most recent interview and pretty much what's up next for Schoolboy, and just giving you guys an update. There's like something new is coming, like something new is coming every day, so we're just trying to give you guys an update and just have a conversation about it. So yeah, um I guess, what do you think is up next for Schoolboy?
I really think that Schoolboy. It seems that Schoolboy is focusing on right now. She's currently traveling. I think she says she's in Georgia, Atlanta. So she's showing us like a little bit of like what's there out there in Georgia. I know she recently went to the Lanithia. So she's just basically showing us, kind of giving us like I don't know, maybe her new content will be maybe traveling and showcasing some of the things that she, where she goes, maybe like a travel tour vlog or something. But that's what I think, and maybe just being free and having an open content and just post.
Oh,
However,
that's different. That's
yeah, that is
different.
different. However, she is back on YouTube.
Food blogging, that's different. Yep, thank you, Honeybee. Said yes. Hey everyone, like this video. Thank you. And Juanita, thank you guys. Like, subscribe, and share. Yes, so we're just talking about Schoolboy's new interview. So yeah, any other thoughts, Lucy, before we open up the line?
Um, that was it. I mean, that was just. I think that we can all agree that Schoolboy, at least for me, more accountability need to be. She needs to be held accountable for all that, and she does hold herself accountable. I think, um, and I feel like, hopefully all the apologies and her coming out. Hopefully this is, she really means it, because the live that she did, regarding Ples, I felt like that was definitely personal, and to this till
It was
this day,
very.
it stuck out. It still sticks out to me.
Mhm. So do you think that this interview that she did, it cleared up everything? Like, because
Uh, I
at some point, everyone makes mistakes, so we just have to allow people to make their mistake and also give people a chance to recover, you know, because it definitely, yes, when people do make mistakes, it's gonna stick on. We're always going to, okay, well, you did this. But at some point we do have to allow people to make mistakes. But the live that she did, it seemed more personal that, to Ples, but she said that, she just didn't know. And it was she was led blindly. So, but we can't really just, I mean, yes, she did take accountability, but it seems like it was more of so like, well, the avatar did put a battery in my back. So
I didn't feel like everything was cleared out, because I still had, like, there's still some, like, what we're saying, we're dissecting their interviews. There's some things that she said that, about, she mentioned that the live, she didn't know how many, what she said, what Ples said on the live before she made the video. I mean, but she says how many views that she had, and she thinks that Ples was doing it for views and likes and clicks and stuff.
yeah,
So that was not clear. I just feel like stories are being changed, like as a narrative, as people are coming out, and or as people are calling her for interviews. She's just trying to adjust herself, so that just adjust herself to the type of environment that she's in. Now she's interviewing, she's coming up with this. So I just feel like she's just trying to adjust herself and say what she can. And maybe she learned her lesson, maybe she didn't, but I just feel like, um, hopefully she does learn her lesson. I mean, to be quite honest with you, because at this, okay, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but I hope she did learn her lesson.
yeah. So we can pretty much just say, at this point it's kind of like now everything, let's just, because the avatar is really not getting a lot of support, because I mean look what the avatar has. She hasn't been holding herself accountable and stuff. So at this point, Schoolboy just, like, well, let me say the avatar did this. Maybe the avatar possibly did put a battery in her back, but I mean at the point where everyone has to be accountable for themselves.
Exactly. And I feel like at least being a young adult, and having that kind of background that Schoolboy has, I feel like, and maybe I'm reaching and maybe I'm not, but this is just, to me, it's just like, when do we realize that, and I don't, okay, I don't want to say what I want to say. No, I don't want to say
Mhm.
it. So we're just, yeah, so I'm just going to move on. I just feel like there's a lot of loopholes, some gaps to what Schoolboy is saying, especially in that interview. It's great and all that she came out to um, defend herself, but there's some errors and there's some loopholes in what she said. And I feel like her and the Avatar were comfortable with what they were doing behind the scenes.
Mhm.
And then now it's all out there. That's when possibly her losing subscribers or people coming, like, she had a lot of backlash, and she felt like, okay, maybe I need to change up my narrative. Maybe I should come out and say that I hold myself accountable, or I did this and you guys can drag me, this, I deserve to be dragged, because that is what she said in the interview. So it's just like, it's still some loopholes. Some things aren't clear for what Schoolboy's saying. It seems like the story changes based on the narrative, based on where she placed her, where she's where she's placed. If she gets an interview where she feels like she may say a different thing, where she gets an interview where there's a different setting, or there's maybe majority of people are for the Avatar, her narrative may change.
Mhm.
So it's some things aren't clear of what Schoolboy is saying, and again, some things aren't clear what Bishop is saying. And I think that Schoolboy should stop doing interviews. Hopefully, this is her last interview, because it seems like, again, she keeps saying stuff and it's not matching, and it's like you can just pinpoint out that it's not connecting.
Okay, so do you feel like if the avatar had more support, especially from, larger platforms and stuff, do you feel like the narrative would change? And that's a question for everybody. Do you guys feel like the narrative for, Schoolboy and stuff would change if the avatar had more support from larger platforms?
I definitely that's what I was saying. Like, I'm glad you brought that up, because if, let's say, like, someone, bigger YouTubers, right, were to come out and defend Monica, yes, definitely the narrative
The
would
avatar. The avatar.
the avatar, the avatar, right, the avatar. If the narrative was to change, there was majority support who came out to support the Avatar. Definitely, the narrative would change for Schoolboy. It would. I think she would go side more with the Avatar, and not so you know of her former panelists. So that's what I was saying, when the narrative changes. I think Schoolboy changes her story.
So she's just gonna ride the wave, whichever one fits.
Exactly. Yeah. So whichever fits, she's right. She's writing in it. Okay.
So,
So let's.
okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So Barbara Asbury says Schoolboy Marcel received cease and desist emails. No government name, just the name of the company was the letterhead. All right.
What?
So yeah, so oh wow. So again, this is all alleged. A lot of these things that we're saying is on our opinion. So let's just put it out there. So you guys see this, that Schoolboy and Marcel received a cease and desist emails. No government name, just name of the company was letterhead. Okay. All
Wow.
right. So it seems like there's a lot of cease and desist going on. All right. Seems like the game is changing up. The game is changing. It's getting really hot. Um,
It is
Schoolboy
getting
is
really hot.
genuine, huh?
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I said,
Schoolboy. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I said, it looks like it's getting really hot in here. It's like, guys, it wasn't even that, it's not even that, it wasn't even such a serious matter to a point where this whole thing could have been resolved we're entering week 3 of this, right? This could have been resolved in week 2 or week 1, right? Like it honestly could have been resolved.
Easily resolved. Easily resolved. Yes, easily resolved. Um, yeah, so Schoolboy isn't genuine. She's a grown ass, okay, and her feelings who won't take accountability. 35 years not young, 36 years of full grown. Lies prove she ain't right. Okay. So that's from Black Swan. Oh wow, yeah. Trust that's why the boy ain't trustworthy. No, because I should okay. No, because Tasha K supports Avatar, but will not nor do interviews.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's a lot of I mean, the Avatar possibly had supporters like big YouTubers who supports her, but it seems like the only person that will actually grant her an interview that gave her an interview was the Wiley show, right? You guys, we talked about that last week. So I'm wondering if these YouTubers are trying to stay away from this because again, they don't know the ins and outs of what happened behind the scenes.
Mhm. I definitely do have to agree. Okay, so this is from Devonna Miner. She says that, we all make mistakes at all ages, right? Everybody makes mistakes at all ages. It's just about she's just floating with wherever the wave is going. Like if more people were supporting the Avatar, yes, she's gonna go towards that. But because the Avatar is getting a lot of backlash, like, okay, let me just kind of back off. Let me just kind of back off. Because it's just too hot in the kitchen right now for the Avatar. So yes, I just feel like she just wasn't. It wasn't just a genuine. It didn't come from a genuine standpoint. So let's talk about. I don't think we did a live about Marcella, did we? We didn't do a live about. We did a video on her. So pretty much from Marcella's stance, it definitely did seem like there was like a lot of miscommunication. We can definitely put it out there. Definitely was a lot of miscommunication, also from the Avatar and also the rest of the panelists. Um, but for Schoolboy, it definitely was not genuine at all. There wasn't a lot of like genuine. It wasn't being genuine. And hey, girl. Hi, girl. Love you. Oh, hi, Pages Coleman. Hey, welcome, everybody. If you're just entering, um, make sure you like this video and you also subscribe. Okay, Jada, as she said, Schoolboy's fun. Well, we don't know, like, if Schoolboy's fun as well. Um, this is a mess. Yeah, like definitely things could have definitely been resolved within the first week, as Corey said here. Day one, it could have been resolved absolutely. Like we're entering in week 3 and it's still going on. It's still going on. So this is the people who are currently supporting the Avatar. Yeah. So yeah. Anything else? Do we miss anything when it comes to? Well, we pretty much talked about her whole interview, right? In the schoolboy's interview, right? Do we miss anything?
I think we definitely did touch up on a lot of things. Again, I think that, like I said, I continue to say is that I think that Schoolboy needs to stop doing interviews because there's a lot of errors and loopholes on what the stuff that she said that she was saying in that interview, and it was great and all that she was being in that she got interviewed because again, no, it's like no one. I don't know if other people reached out to Schoolboy, but I think they were. We This is the first interview we've seen of Schoolboy, so I think that again the narrative is changing. As wherever she goes, the narrative will change just to adjust that particular wherever she's at. So it's just some errors and loopholes. I wish Schoolboy the best. I hope that she really finds out where her niche is when it comes to YouTube, and hopefully clear up her name and really understand what really motivates her to do what she is doing.
Mhm.
So
Yep, yep, absolutely. So that is going to be the for now. It's going to be the end of since she did do her interview, she cleared up at least for the most part, tried to clear up most of the things that that was done and that was said. So let's put a pin in this schoolboys segment. So we've pretty much discussed all of the panelists who have spoken out. We've discussed pretty much all of them. So it looks like things are definitely there's things are new thing we're discovering new things every day for sure. Definitely for sure. So we're going to open up the line and let us hear your thoughts and opinions. What do you think about the schoolboys interview? And we asked if you can just have your camera on so we can just see you and then you can just turn it off. So if you want to call in to give your thoughts and opinion, what your thoughts are. We have given our thoughts. Hope you took that into, um, just listen to what we have to say about the interview. So, yeah.
yeah, so call in. We do want to hear from you all because again, I know that you all are also we were some of you all are probably waiting for Schoolboy's interview just to kind of hear um, what her perspective was on that and kind of hear her side, and hopefully you found some of the stuff that she did say was a little bit sketchy in a way, like we did. So if you did, we also want to hear from you as well. So the phone lines are open, so please do join us. And in the meantime, it is 219 people on here. Please do like and subscribe while you are at it. And we are also going to read some of these chats. So if Monica thinks that she is Lala, say hi. If Monica thinks she is not in the wrong, then why is she trying to shut people up? That is a great question, Lala. That is a great question. Interesting. Um, maybe there are some things that was, maybe there's some truths to this, and maybe there are some things that maybe there's a little bit of, I want to say there's additional pieces that were added, but yeah. And Sin already put the link to that to call in. So if you want to call in, please call in. Um, if she has support, definitely. I'm sure she would have stayed because she was stuck with the avatar. If she had support, definitely, I'm sure she would have stayed because she was stuck with the avatar. So, what do you think about that?
So,
Honey?
okay, this is from Honey Bee. She said that if I'm guessing she's referring to Schoolboy. If she had support, definitely, I'm sure she would have stuck with. Yeah, that's what we were saying. We said that if the Avatar had like support from big platforms and stuff, and people were actually coming out to defend the Avatar, and the Avatar wasn't losing a lot of subs and stuff, then absolutely, I do definitely feel like Schoolboy would have stuck with the Avatar. Because I mean, the Avatar does have a big. Well, she did have a big platform. She seems like she knows people in the industry. So I mean, there's definitely a gain from it. Being with the Avatar. So, but because the Avatar is not really having a lot of people supporting her, then yeah, let me just. She just said peace. So okay, let's also read some of the other comments. Okay, so about I don't think we show. Did we already show this one? Let's see.
No, I didn't. Oh no, we didn't do that one.
Okay, so this is from We Truckin'. They said that how the Avatar sent a cease and desist to the panel if there wasn't a non-disclosure. We do not know. We're just actually just hearing about the C&D. We don't know actually how or so. How did she send a C&D? We don't know at all. Okay, so there's this is from Defana. She said that I do think that there were little trusting of someone that they don't know. Absolutely, we definitely did discuss that in our original lives. We said that how do you trust someone that first you haven't seen them or you don't really know much about them. But sometimes people trust easily, and she said that they don't know and you can't pick out a lineup, right? No way I'm going to communicate in some form with the people I'm on a panel with. Yeah, I definitely agree to Tivana Miner. I agree. Okay. Okay, so Black Swan said, if Schoolboy shuts up, this will all be done. She's the one keeping it going. I mean, Schoolboy just did her interview yesterday. I think she just did her interview yesterday. And I think there's something new coming out almost every day. So, um, uh, okay, I think that's pretty much all of
The
the
only
comments so far. We've pretty
okay,
much caught up on all of them.
one is
Go ahead.
cricket. Yeah, it seems like a lot of again. They may be supporting from the there a lot of these YouTubers um are maybe calling her, texting her, but they're not really coming out because again, there may be some things that we don't know that actually went down, and they don't want to be a part of it. So that's why possibly a lot of them are all quiet. What did Schoolboy say in the interview? I missed it. Also,
Schoolboy didn't say too much. We're just gonna paraphrase it, and also we talked about it in the beginning. Schoolboy pretty much said that pretty much the avatar put a battery in her back. So all of the things that she said in her original live, it was like the avatar putting things in her head or putting bugs in her ear, making her pretty much do her dirty work. And also the avatar saying different things to different panel members, pinning them against each other. So it did seem like it was definitely a hostile work environment. Oh, okay, so we have a super chat. This is from Ramona G. She says, stop with the schoolboy. It should be school man. She's going using schoolboy. You think she's here? I mean, I guess that's what she just
okay,
by.
so a lot of people are mentioning this about okay, so a lot I've seen a lot of things where it's talking about Schoolboy and really and reflection to the age as well, and also kind of pinpointing Schoolboy to be using her young age, using maybe possibly her persona, the way she comes out to, and I'm just speaking on the Schoolboy, and this is what maybe we're getting, using that to kind of like defend who she really is, I would say. So do you get what I'm saying? Like, do you
Mhm. Yeah, she has a young face. She has a very like a baby face, like a young face.
yeah, and also possibly the way she acts, right? The way she behaves and possibly what she says, and then people are like kind of regarding her as a young like a young woman. So, but however, they said that she's 35, so we're not going to talk about anyone's age or anything. So hopefully, that maybe that's some things that that is some personal issues, I would say, that people, possibly Skool Boi, is dealing with. So yeah, we
Yeah.
won't talk age.
Um,
Um,
this I forgot to mention. So Honeybee pretty much gave a breakdown of what Schoolboy said in her interview, and East 23 and said that, and this is what she mentioned. We didn't mention. So she said that actually the Avatar initially called Marcella to do, to go live. Marcella said no. Then she assigned Schoolboy. So yeah. And yeah, I do think that she identifies as a, you know. And there's something somebody mentioned about why a lot of platforms are not really oh yeah, I think it was Juanita. She said no big names from YouTube world is supporting the avatar. Yeah, like from what it doesn't seem like a lot of big names are supporting the avatar. And I also know that a lot of big names are not really talking about are not really talking about the the situation. Because I feel like, there's always this like this kind of gray area when it comes to YouTubers talking about other YouTubers. But this is how I feel like, because of the way Ples was treated, because of the way the Ples was treated, it was it just wasn't like she didn't it wasn't right, the way Ples was treated. And also for the first time that the Avatar did break her silence to really call out Ples's whole government name at that. So it did take a lot of like smaller YouTubers and smaller channels to really hold the Avatar accountable. So um shout out to all the smaller YouTubes and stuff to hold the Avatar accountable, because a lot of bl- um a lot of big bloggers and stuff are just not really touching that. But it takes, somebody has to hold the Avatar accountable. Yeah. So what do you think what's your thoughts on the whole, like, big YouTubers not really, there's always a gray area when it comes to the Avatar.
okay, great question. So I mentioned this earlier. I think that a lot of them are not coming out because maybe they have a relationship with a lot of big YouTubers are not coming out to address this because maybe they do have a relationship with the Avatar, and possibly the Avatar, they have a business relationship, right, where they all exchange information, or so of some sort. And also this also has to do with workplace. Like this could also go into the book, workplace, how you treat your workers, because they were employed. I mean, she did pay them, right? So treatment in a workplace. So how, like you mentioned, how Ples was treated. So this could definitely go down as a workplace issue, right? Like there's mistreatment of the workers, right? Like similar to what happened with Ples. And there's some other stuff that was going on behind the scenes. And if you did want it to come out, like these YouTubers, they do have to kind of be careful with what they say as well. Because if this does, like we said, it's already out, and I feel like it's getting more notice. And some of these big YouTubers, like they are marketing. They do a lot of promotions or sponsorships for different companies or businesses and stuff. So what if they do see that what if this case happens to go take a different toll, right? And they did come out and say something. They may lose their sponsorships and all the other things like their branding and stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely a good pinpoint to point out, because the Avatar having such a large platform, and also she's been on the platform for a really long time. Um, so That is definitely a good point. And something else that we need to mention is that, yeah, okay, I think this was it. So this is Need Her. She said when she put Wiley on the panel was a nail on the cough. You big YouTubers going out supporting her on other than Tasha. Yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of large YouTubers really going out to.
Points for some super chats. Thank you so much, Ramona G. We're all being catfished. Oh, we're all being cat. There should be a show on this catfish, right? I hope that there's someone mentioned about a movie because this is definitely something that we got to put pieces to the puzzle. We have to put together. It's a lot of catfishing going on.
We
Um,
are being catfish. We are.
we all have been catfished.
We
We
are.
all have been catfished. Yes. 2B Black Native says a conversation on previous live reveals why Avatar was able to manipulate because of real mom's rejection of her coming out. Okay, okay, okay. So we okay. All right, Sing, go ahead. I had to note
Oh no, that was we gotta address, we are definitely being catfished. Shout out to um Ramona G. And also, yes, the two black natives, absolutely. I definitely agree that the previous lives that, we did talk about, the relationship that Schoolboy had with her mom. It was an easy target for, it was definitely an emotional area for Schoolboy, and she did look at the avatar like a mom, or a mom like somebody that was like a mom to her. So yeah. What else? Let's go ahead and go. Let me read some more of these comments. And okay, so let's bring up back this comment, Lucy. What are your takes? Why did you feel like Marcella, she just said no. She was like, no, she's not going to do that. But, after Marcella said no, she allowed Schoolboy to do it.
well, that's easy, right? Just like someone said. I think that she definitely used the Avatar definitely used a lot of them to their best of their advantage. I think that Schoolboy was mainly Schoolboy herself also admitted that she was basically the one that was being basically used the most, and I feel like she was easily manipulated. So I feel like that's why her and Schoolboy, their relationship was definitely close, because again, like someone mentioned, there's like some, parental issues going on. So I felt like Schoolboy regarded her as maybe a figure to her, maybe a mommy figure to her. So I felt like she possibly felt like, if I do this, hopefully I can get some special treatments. Yeah, maybe some special treatments, right? Maybe from her, or I look the avatar up as a mommy figure, so maybe I should do what she tells me to do. It's just about influence. It's just about like she's easily manipulated, and the way I look at it, it did seem like she was manipulated. But again, some people don't function the way we all function. So she took, Schoolboy took that route to be influenced. So if you were put in that side of situation, Sin, would you be easily influenced? Like, what would your take on that be?
First of all, absolutely not. I can't be influenced by someone that I haven't seen before. And then another thing, it's hard to, I guess, for me, if you know me personally, it's just hard for me to be influenced by somebody else. Like, no, like nobody can put a battery in my back and tell me, oh, go bash another person when I haven't even watched, quote unquote, the video that they did. Yeah, no. Um, so, okay, there's a lot of comments coming in. There's a lot of comments coming in. So, there's a comment that proposed a really good question. Okay, but we have a super chat. This is from Grandma Scary. Okay, so she said, according to Nosy Hoax, Minika Quillen is the avatar. She had Marcella come on her show like,
Okay, so wow. It seems like a lot of stuff is coming out. Oh guys, we definitely have to kind of look into this. It seems like a lot of stuff
right.
is wow.
Things
Okay.
are coming out. Wow. So they already know who. Wow. So somebody's they're really doing their detective work. Wow.
All
Oh,
right, real
yeah.
detective work. Oh
Real
wow.
de- wow. They're
We'll
really
definitely have to follow up with this story because again, we said that we'll keep you guys updated. Again, this is we're being catfish, so you guys are sticking with us. We're gonna solve these pieces, and that's why we guys have you here.
yes. And also all the shout out, people who are coming together and really trying to figure this out. Okay, so they've already figured so Nosy, Hulk, she has already figured out um Monica. The name is Monica Allen. Monica Allen. Or sorry, Monica Quillen. Whoa. Okay. So interesting. Oh, okay, here's another one here. Whoa, according to Nosy Age. Okay, so the name's been I guess the name has been figured. Um, oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right, it's 311 people on this chat. Please do like and subscribe. Please do subscribe. Thank you all so much. And we really, really appreciate it. Your support for being here with us. So do hit that like button and of course subscribe. Thank you so much.
Okay, so this one's from Jornay, and please, if I'm saying your name wrong, please just be sure to correct me in the chat. So I really like this. What she said. She said, She's trying to figure out why Monica and Skool Boi was relying on information yet they got from other people instead of just talking to Plez, watching her live to see where Plez was coming from. Absolutely, just if you want to find something, just go directly to the source, go directly to the source, right? Just like, if you're confused about something, you will ask the person who you're having inquiries about. So what did you think about this?
Sin, I think you broke up.
Oh yeah, so I was saying that why didn't Monica and Schoolboy go directly to the source instead of going all around and not actually watching the video?
Oh, that is a good question. I because again, this is a personal agenda. I felt like this has they've been probably wanted to get at Plaz, right? One, let me use the term. They wanted to get at her. They've been possibly plotting against her. Because think about it. I felt from Skool Boi, there's a lot of personal agendas that she possibly was holding against Plaz, right? Because a lot of people said they would, Plez would get a lot of likes. A lot of people liked her commentary, and maybe Skool Boi and a lot of them felt some type of way, right? And she had a personal agenda against her. So I felt like, and then Monica herself, maybe she felt that Plez, had that commentary where a lot of people maybe adjusted to her. Like a lot of people agreed to what she was saying, and she wasn't really down with the messiness. Like some of the topics that was being discussed, Ples probably didn't like that. Like she probably had her own. She probably felt like a lot of that was a little too triggering, and she probably didn't want to participate in some of those lives, right? On some of the panels that they would have. And as a lawyer, she has a lot of logical things to say, compared to the avatar, right? So I felt like it was a personal agenda. It was a lot of like, I would say maybe jealousy going on, and education. Ples being she's very educated, so a lot of that has to do with that. And and the avatar felt like she knew a lot, so, and she provided her legal standpoint, and avatar possibly wanted to be messy.
Okay, so we have another super chat from Grandma Scary. She said Marcella said that the panel got all C&Ds. Yeah, interest. Wow. So it looks like the avatar did give them C and Ds. Yeah, I mean, if they, mm, we're already in week 3, guys. This is week 3, and things are.
And so far, allegedly, we found who the avatar is. It seems like she's been exposed.
Wow, we're definitely after this live, we're going to look into this, and we're definitely going to go watch all of this. Wow, like there's a lot. Uh, okay, so this is the channels. Okay, so it's Nosy Hoix Live. It's in her last videos. Okay, definitely have to check that out. Wow, so she's doing some real like serious detective work. Wow, 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 wow. The gigs. Yeah, I think things are the gig is up. Mask off, right? Mask off. Oh, okay. So there's then okay. I'm so glad that people do remind us some of the things that were said. So actually, Skool Boi said there was a mod that was deleting comments favorable to Pledge, and also one of the mods were related to Monica. To the avatar. I'm sorry, guys. To the avatar. Yes, to the avatar. So when I said there was definitely some jealousy, both, yeah, definitely because Ples is very, she has a very, she's very eloquently spoken. She and also yeah, she is definitely an attorney. Absolutely. Okay, so Melissa Anderson, you mentioned Dr. Heavenly, as in, what do you mean, Dr. Heavenly? Yeah, I think that was just the put. That was like it for me when she outed Pez and said her full name. That was just it. That was it. Okay, so one of the Avatar's cousin was one of the mods. So that makes sense why she maybe some of Pled's comments were being deleted. Thank you, Miley's mom. That's what she said. So here it is. Melissa Anderson, can you address what you are meaning by Dr. Heavenly? Okay, so we're gonna anything else, Lucy, that we have to address?
No, we did say a lot of the things. Unless you guys want to call in. Again, we do. Sin did put the link on there, so please, if you want to call, we do want to hear from you all because again, we are putting the puzzles together, the pieces together, and not just that, but I think that with Skool Boi's live, not her live, but her interview, I think that we found a lot of empty loopholes, and I think you guys did too. So yeah, let's hear it. Hey, B Stokes. Okay. Okay, so Monica, oh, Avatar outed Plaza's business.
Oh, I think you broke up, Lucy. Okay, so pretty much it said, and this is from I Am Yodeling. She said Monica outed Plessa's business, addressed her full name. Monica can't be mad if she gets her karma now. Yes, she did address. We did not need to know Plessa's full name. Like, it didn't get that serious, but she did address Plessa's full name, pretty much where she worked and stuff. So, yeah, and that just wasn't cool. So somebody said, okay, this is also another one from I Am Yodeling. Did you guys address the pictures that have been released of Monica? Have you seen them? So the only ones, and this is not the only ones they were. that from what we know, and we have no one has seen Monica yet, but was the ones for the Bojangles, but we don't know if that's her or not. So we're not even going to get into that because we just don't know if that's her. And Bojangles did release a statement like, "This is not who I am." So, yeah. Living behind, that's Sharita Moore said, living behind an avatar. Yep, living behind an avatar. Um, so Love said, yeah, I don't, Pledge just seems like she's just over it. She definitely just seems like she's over it because in the last live that she did, she didn't really say too much. She actually she didn't even talk about the situation. Pledge just seems like she's just over it. Yep. And that was yes. So hello. Shanita Moore said hello everyone. Hey. And yes, B said hit the like button. Absolutely. Thank you, B. Brown Skin Girl says she's in communication at Bojangles. That statement meant nothing. I believe it's her. Um I mean, it was the Bojangles. Bojangles, they were the ones that made. I mean, Bojangles, they made the statement. So I don't know if she actually made the statement. The lady being accused of being Monica has made a statement. I'm not too sure about that if she has said anything, but yeah. Yes, Ples is she is very classy. She hasn't even after she made her two videos, Ples just washed her. It seems like she just washed her hands from the situation. But also Ples could be working in silence, you know. She could just be working in silence, moving in silence. Oh. Lucy, any thoughts?
No, I do not. I'm just like so how do I say I'm as shocked as you all are trying to find out who this person behind the avatar is. And not that we're saying that again, we've said it, there's nothing wrong with having an avatar because again, we're using our pictures, right? So we're but it's the things that come behind having like hiding behind that avatar. Like some of the issues going on right now, if you're gonna have an avatar, at least conduct behind the scenes, proper conducting of your workers and proper treatment of your workers. So I feel like there's a lot that goes with that. You can't be an avatar and you're doing all of this. Like I don't know. Personally, for me, I didn't understand. I initially thought that they knew the people that work with Monica with the avatar knew who she was. Right. That was my initial thought, but come to find out, they haven't even seen her. So I'm just like, how did the avatar, and this is just a question to everyone, how did the avatar was able to convince them to join the panel and show their faces while they have not seen hers? So I mean, it's just a question like, oh, so someone, okay, so Honeybee says, I thought that they knew who she was because Bishop said she was pretty one night. Okay, so okay,
Wait, Honey B, please elaborate.
Honeybee, do you know where I was just like, be so attention to your subscriber? Attention to your subscriber. There are avatars out there. Please, she's leaving her live. She's done with the combo on 18. Okay, we know. Yeah, we know. Okay, these are going so fast. Okay, hold on. We have to talk about a few things.
Honey B,
Okay,
please elaborate.
yeah, please elaborate. Because as far as we know, I think a lot of them have said they have not seen her. Sid, confirm me if didn't Marcella say that they have seen the
Yes,
avatar?
they say that.
Yeah. So
Honey
I
B,
so what?
Honeybee, you're so attentive. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just laughing at Honeybee. But the line is Honeybee.
Yeah, this is something is not smelling. Something is not smelling right. Um, and another thing. Hey, Stacey Robertson. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to read some of your comments. It's just going by so fast. Right. It just I'm trying to, and I hope that I think that they did someone did ask this question, answer this question, the same questions I we want to know. Like, why did the avatar, someone that you haven't seen, have so much control? Like, it's such, and this may be a question for Skool Boi. Maybe Skool Boi have seen the avatar. We may not know. Like, how did the avatar have so much control? How did she put so much battery behind your ears? How did she how are you blinded, as she'll say, blind loyalty? How are you blinded by what an avatar was telling you? That tells me that you're easily influenced, right? And this is just my opinion, guys. Please don't, this is just what I have to say. This is my opinion. It just seems that you're easily influenced, right? Like, someone could tell you something and you'll do it. And that's, to me, that is a problem, right? Like, you're easily influenced, right? That's a problem to me. And I feel like, again, that needs to be something that Skool Boi can work on. That could be something she can watch. She's quote unquote out of YouTube. That's something maybe she needs to work on, because I don't see how someone I have not seen, they're paying me. I'm coming on live. I'm showing my face. I haven't seen their face. We're talking about triggering topics that everyone all around the world, millions of people, can see me, and I'm giving my opinions about a lot of things.
So it looks like we got some clarification from when they were talking about the avatar like being pretty. So it looks like it's Miss Van B said that he said her avatar looked beautiful. Okay, so we got some clarification. Okay, and House of Princess said they were just joking when he said the avatar was pretty. He says her voice makes her sound pretty. So that was some clarification. So it looks like no one has seen the avatar. So yeah, in his live, he says that they have not seen the avatar. The avatar, yeah, when he broke his silence. So I think he was just probably referencing the the avatar looking pretty and she sounding pretty. Yeah, and also if you have not seen the interview with Skool Boi, it was definitely with the Ooh Ladies panel. They did a really good job. They asked, they were very neutral when it comes to the situation. They each took a chance and asked a question. So they all did a really good job with the interview. So definitely check it out. Definitely go and check it out. And they allowed Skool Boi to, you know, um, express how she felt. So yeah, they gave her that space, and it was definitely a comfortable space for her to do that. Okay, anything else that we haven't addressed? So far we're just gonna keep you guys updated. We're gonna keep you guys updated. We're gonna look further into this whole C&D that's going on. Yeah.
Yeah, and let's say, hi, Princess. Hello. Oh, the hi. Okay. Hi, is it Princess? Hello, House of Princess. Hi, Princess. Hi. Hi, Prince. Is it Princess?
Princess she was actually a panelist. Yep, Princess was a panelist. I think that okay, so Princess says that she's actually going to be speaking on her own terms. So we will be here. So Princess, when are we going to be hearing from you? When are you going to officially break your own silence and speak your piece? And people, someone said, please look, they're looking forward to it. So, okay. So guys, definitely, I'm going to have to check out this C&D. That's what I'm going to check out.
Right, everyone, honeybee. Yes, it's a puzzle piece. Right, we're putting all this together. Again, we are all in this together. Um, yeah, Miley's mom. Yes, girl. Miley's on. Yes, girl. We're the messier sides. Okay, so yes. Any other thing that we have to
Okay.
say?
Okay, so she said, so give Princess some time. She says she's just, she's going to gather all of her receipts, everything she has to gather, and then she will make her own, her video and speaking her piece.
Yeah, information keeps coming out that this is on the signs. Okay, well, so hopefully Princess is going to be coming out soon. Again, to clear some of these things up, because it seems like some stuff that's said is not true.
And
Okay.
things are always coming out. So, okay, Princess, whenever you are ready to speak your piece and break your silence and stuff, for sure, for sure, we
Yeah,
will be looking forward to it.
do you guys okay, hold on. I'm yodeling said, do you guys believe all of this is justified?
No, it was not justified. None of this was justified. None of the panelists deserve to be getting, like, all the panelists deserve an apology. All of them. All of the panelists deserve an apology. So, um, and nothing is justified. Okay, Princess said that, yep, even this week. So, eyes open, Princess, eyes open. So, we'll be looking out, okay? She said, yes, even this week. So, we'll be out in the lookout sometimes this week for sure. All right, guys, we've been on here for almost an hour and 30 minutes. Any last minute thoughts? Looks like we may just be calling it a lot. I think we talked about everything we had to talk about. And we actually came here initially to address the Skool Boi interview. But we're definitely going to look more into the C&D for the C&D for sure, and really figure out why the Avatar is doing this. Um, oh, okay. So Princess said that she's been celebrating her birthday and her child's graduation. I'm catching up just like you are. I know. We just found out about this. We definitely just found out about this. And happy birthday, Princess, and also congratulations on your child's graduation. You have a lot more exciting things to look forward to. Your birthday and graduation. That's really, really big. So
All about the tea is on the cease and desist. Entertainment is on the cease and desist. Okay, cease and desist.
yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're going to call this a live. Anything else, Lucy, you want to add?
No, unless if someone y'all want to call, unless if you all someone wants to call in, some of you all want to call in. We did provide a link on the bottom. We really love to hear from you all. And just what you thought about the interview with Skool Boi. Because we already, told you all how we felt and kind of the things that we wrote that we noticed on the interview. So we want to hear from you all. So we still have the phone lines open. So So she sent Mars. Yeah, so Sin dropped that on there. So if you guys want to call in, let us know who the avatar was. Um, yes. So I did have a last minute take. New sub. Okay, so we have a new sub. Thank you so much, Miss Van B, as a new sub. Thank you so much. Again, it's 326 people on this stream. Please do like, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. It does not hurt to give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, we I don't did Schoolboy. Awesome. Thank you so much, Ramona G. Thank you so much. Love your thank you for your support. So I don't did Schoolboy say as far as like in an interview what she was doing next? Sin in that interview.
I don't think she just said that she's not gonna allow anybody to stop her from making videos, and she's gonna keep doing what she's doing. You know, she's looked past everything. She's gonna keep doing what she's doing.
Okay, so another question, right? Another question. Do you feel like, and this is a question to you all as well, since we're wrapping this up, do you feel like if Schoolboy was to come back and in her content and possibly back to her YouTube, and I mean, I see that she is kind of posting videos actually. So, but do you feel like since she's back after she was done, um, so the interview is at the all ladies panel, J Lee Corner. J Lee's Corner is her channel. That's where the interview was, Lexi V. So check that all ladies panel. So check that out. This was a good live. Thank you so much, world's greatest hype woman. Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
my
Thank
So my
you.
question, yes, thank you so much. So my question is, and this is so for all of you all out there as well as we're wrapping up on this, do you feel like if Schoolboy was to come out back with a different content, because I do see that she's when she was in Georgia or Atlanta, she was traveling, and it seems that she was doing like reviews. Do you feel like her new content would be like doing reviews on maybe she's not going to be into the reality thing anymore, or do you feel like she's going to try something else? And how do you feel like she's also going to get subscribers with the credit, be credible as far as like retaining her subscribers, and as far as like the stuff that she does say and what her content is? Do you think that she has credibility, or do you think that she's just we have she's lost all of that?
I mean, I just feel like she should just stick to when it comes to just commentary when it like what she was doing before, because that is where she got most of her followings from, and that was her niche. So she should just stick to that. Maybe it doesn't have to be, just give her honest opinion, um but it doesn't have to be as, yeah, just do what she was doing before, because she was in some of the commentary that she was giving in the avatars lives and stuff. It was, I'll be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I think she should just stick to that. I do feel like she should just stick to that, because that's where she built her following from. And she said, okay.
Hmm. Okay, so hold on. I think maybe I have skipped this. They said Avatar is still manipulating some of the old panel. Mommy's daughter, why do you say so? Like, clarify. Like, why do you feel that way? Um, Brown says that she needs to stay off social media for 60 days or more and get her mind right. Yes, Brown Skin Beauty 52. I agree. Like, Sid, remember I was just saying that earlier. Like, I feel like she needs to step away from this internet stuff, because I feel like she didn't get enough time to recuperate, right? After that she did that live about Ples. I feel like she really didn't her mind it. She needs to take some time off and really figure out what she wants to do. And as far as with YouTube, and not just YouTube, also maybe other personal issues with life in general. Because I feel like a lot of that, like what we said, Sin, that the Ples is live, that she went live on Ples. I felt like that was a lot of personal agendas, and it was really hard to watch. I felt like it was a little bit harsh. Um, yeah, so I feel like she definitely needs to do some soul searching. I think Skool Boi has not stopped getting upset, rants at people's opinions. Unsolicited opinions come with platform. She rants quite a bit and then comes back down. She's likable though. Okay, Caleb Mal. Okay, so okay, that's a good different perspective. Okay, okay. Nobody's from the old panel is still on Monica's side. It's still on the Avatar side. Okay, nobody's from the old panel is still on Monica's side. Yeah, I think that everyone actually, yeah, I think that, yeah, I don't think that she has supporters from that panel. I think so has to stop getting upset and saying about people's. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go back to this comment. I think Skool Boi has to stop getting upset, ranting of people's opinions. Unsolicited opinions come with platform. Again, exactly. And I feel like once she does that, I feel like then her platform would be good to go. I'm not her platform, but I think once she stops ranting, I think and realize that this is a platform because even during the panels she would get upset when things were, when things were being said. So I'm not sure how she's going to be able to adjust to this, especially now that she has her own platform. And with all this that's been done, I don't know how she'll be able to move forward. She tells us that, you guys, we can drag her, but however, I don't know if she's officially got over the backlash that she was getting. So I think that she's still like really she's still hurt by this. Bonnie will get as Skool Boi some great advice there in regards to creating content and how folks react to her comeback. I hope she takes me. Exactly. I hope so too. I really hope so. With some of these things that yeah, she did. She really did give her a good advice. Um
She did. She gave her like advice that was like a wise advice, like wise.
yeah. Civics, I have a question. Do you feel like Skool Boi did jump in too quick? Like, as far as someone who's I don't know how long she's been on YouTube, but like, do you feel like she jumped in the mess too quick?
Yes, yes, yes. I do feel like she was because of just like the influence the avatar has. So she definitely felt like, let me go ahead and just have the avatars back. And yeah.
Hmm. Okay, yes, she did. Yes, she did. She did jump in too quick. She definitely, someone being here on YouTube, I don't know how long, but she definitely jumped in the mess too quick. Um, let's see. She said her because she's embarrassed. Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I definitely think that she's hurt. We really wish her love and light. Um,
Oh, I have to give a there's hold on, let's see. This goes going by too quick. Big Red said, "Hey sister, sneaking on the phone watching you guys. Thank you, Big Red. Thank you." She came on one. So hey Big Red, thank you for watching. Um okay, so Shay Bands, who are you talking about? Miss Doubtfire. Wait,
Miss Miss
wait, Shay
Mommy. Oh, okay. Are you referring to the avatar as Doubtfire and Mommy Dearest?
Shay
Okay. Definitely jumped in too quickly. Had oh wow, this is going way too okay. Had nothing to do with her and she didn't collect information first. She instantly blamed Plant and dog everything about her. She had a battery in her back from Avatar. She did say that was a battery. And she did jump in. She did jump in too quickly. It had nothing to do with her. Exactly. It's when protecting uh and she even said that the avatar didn't have her back. So, someone who didn't care for her either. So yeah. Yes, she realized it too late. It wasn't her place to say nothing. It definitely was not her place from the beginning. When she made that live, she came out there. I mean, you guys need to watch that live again. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can find it. The reason why, and me and Sin, you can agree to this as well. The reason why we felt that Skool Boi has a lot of sloops and gaps in her interview and stuff that she says was because that live that she did about Plez was different for us. It hit different because it
It was
came with a lot of
personal.
emotion and anger. I don't know, is anger the right word to use it?
It was too personal. It was
It
addressed
was
too
too
personal.
personal and too harsh. Like that live was when I watched the live, I couldn't even. I felt like this was coming from someone who was hurting. Like it came from someone who was battling something or who was hurting. So that's why we decided to do this because we felt like some of the stuff that she said on our interview, as much as she says that we can drag her, we can say that she's wrong. I just feel like she still has a lot of healing to do. And then there's just she's just putting on she's just putting on like a different face for us. But I know that behind the doors that she takes all of this that we say. I mean that that what's out there, and she's definitely internalizing this. But however, we wish that she would definitely learn from this. And when we mean learn, maybe take some time off from YouTube, the internet, and really, focus on herself, right? Just focus on herself. Another thing, it's still up all about them. Yeah, yes, I'm pretty sure someone definitely screenshotted somewhere. I know it's up somewhere. Thank you so much, Shay Vans Grimes. Avatar, why I think say too. It's still up on. Okay, all about the. Okay, okay, great. Once she got married and she knew she was wrong, she took up the narrative battery in her back because everyone else was saying that. Period. Period. Okay, Brown Skibby. It seems like that is what it is actually it is because Bishop did mention that she'll take some of the stuff that he says, like he'll say accountability, and then she also uses the word accountability. So I think maybe Skool Boi just also needs to be herself. Just be herself. Like say, just express how she feels and use her own terminology of how she understands it. Okay. Monica told Avatar told her that she asked Marcel first, but Marcel wouldn't do it. Yep, we covered that. Learn from this. Where's Tyra when you need her? Exactly. Monica told her to do that live. She asked Marcella first, but Marcella wouldn't do it. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I guess that's what Skool Boi was saying. She was manipulated and she felt like she has someone by her side, but I guess she realized that she was not for her. I think Avatar paid her to do that live about was hmm. Lala say hi. Why do you think so? Why do you think she paid her? That's interesting. That's because she showed you who she really is. Exactly that part. Okay. Give that video exactly. Give the video a thumbs up. It's 321 people on here. Please do give this video a like and of course subscribe if you are out there. If you haven't subscribed, we all played a fool to someone. We need to own it and learn a lesson from it. Exactly. That's all what this is. But hopefully, when we do say that we are learning a lesson, hopefully we are really internalizing it and really learning from it. And not just saying it because we're getting backlash or because, people are saying nasty things about us. Hopefully we really mean it. Okay? Marcella told Avatar to take accountability and apologize, but she didn't. Oh yeah, she did mention that on her interview. I saw that, and I have to say, Marcella's interview was a pretty good interview. I don't know if you guys saw that interview, but you guys should watch it. I thought that it was a pretty darn good interview. I think we have a video on that too, so definitely check that out. Check those videos out.
Yeah. From that interview, it made me look at Marcella from a different light. I don't. It was in the in in the from the avatar's page, it was portrayed a different perspective. But I don't know, from the interview, it definitely made me look at Marcella in a different light. I'm just like, wow, like Marcella, it just made me look at her in a different light. So yeah.
I saw mature. I mean, yeah, she is. She does say she's one of the oldest. I did see like a maturity. That interview, I saw a lot of maturity coming from that. And
I saw somebody who definitely took time to reflect and took time to figure out what actually happened. Because Marcella initially, when she didn't really like, you know, jump on, after Plasmate, she didn't really jump on the whole. But it looked like someone who really took time to internalize what is actually going on. So Keisha said that yes, the interview with Marcella did make me look at her differently too. Me as well. Same here, Keisha. Says Marcella has been more personal, more calm since the panel. I love it. Yes, she has, especially in the interview. I was like, okay, Marcella. Wow, Marcella. Um, right. I definitely that's when School Boy was crying. I think that was like what hit her, like, wow, like because she was endearing a lot. She was egging. She said, "Well, schoolboy, tell him what you said. Tell him what you said." And I'm just like, yeah. I think that's when she realized why. No, she said, schoolboy, why are you crying? Why are you crying?" Marcella did, and she had time to think about all and dust. Yep. Okay, so Princess says that Marcella is more calm in person than on camera. So she's a very calm person. She seems like a calm person. Yeah, I think she was just pretty much like excited. She said that it's the pandemic and she was at home and all this stuff. So it looks like Marcella seems to be she is very calm. Okay. Anything else we're seeing?
mm, I don't think so. I think that again, we keep saying we've covered.
We
We're getting off here, but again, we guys we love the interaction that we're having. So it's like we want to stay a little bit more. I know we said like we wanted to get off like a couple minutes ago, but again, it seems like we're reading some of these chats. Let's see. Princess gave great commentary. Why wasn't she a regular? That's a good question. I mean, Princess did say that she's going to be having her. Okay, so Princess says yes, she was. Okay, so hopefully Princess could definitely address that. I think she said she'll have a video out. So definitely check her out as well. She's going to definitely address that.
Yes, guys. I think okay, so we're almost on here for 2 hours. Definitely keep the comments coming. We will try to respond in the comments on the video. So we will be going live early later on. Hopefully later on this week, but we're
Hmm.
going. Thank you guys so much for those who are coming to support us. We'll definitely be going live later on. So we really appreciate all you guys for your support. We'll appreciate all you guys for your support, and we're going to go ahead and end the live here. Any last minute thoughts? Let's see. Any last minute
Thank.
things you'd like to say?
I'm here. She's a blessed. Thank you. While hers was speaking, I know I heard her say someone on the panel has seen my video. It was okay. Well, there we say. Okay, so seeing you saw this one. While Ples was speaking, I quote. Oh, I no, sorry. While Annette Hughes says, while Ples was speaking, I know. I heard her say someone on the panel has my video. It was Bishop. Why didn't he speak up? I
I
think
think you
we.
are cutting up with.
Oh, okay. Okay. So Annette Hughes says, while Plez, oh, her comments. Okay. Sorry. While Plez was speaking, I know I heard her say someone on this panel has seen her video. It was Bishop. Why didn't he speak up? I think we've talked about Bishop in the past as well. Both Bishop and Skool Boi, some of their stories, some of the stuff that they did say on why they did go, some of the stuff where their interviews or just their live, there's some discrepancies, at least for me, I kind of like found out and just had to kind of like break it up. It's not making sense. So I feel like there's some pieces that's missing in some of the stuff that they would say. I think that Bishop also said that on his live that he didn't get into women's drama. So I mean, hopefully that clarifies it for you on that. But he did say he didn't get into women's drama. So maybe that's the reason why. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you were breaking up. You're breaking up.
Okay, can you hear me now? I'm not sure what's Sin.
Yeah,
Oh, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
yeah. I think you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Okay, so what I was saying was I was responding to Annette. I was saying that he said that he doesn't get into women's business. Bishop said that in his on his live. So I think maybe that's the reason why he didn't speak up.
Mm-hmm.
I only used one. Okay. Okay, so there's Kayla said he didn't jump into women's business originally and saw some things he didn't like after. So he spoke. Okay. He did say that. He said he didn't get into women's drama. He's a man of integrity. So I guess after, and then I think also Kayla, I think the reason why he said he did jump on the live and make his own video was so that Monica didn't respond to his text. So he came to address whatever it is that was on his mind. I think so. Men don't like to be in women's business. Well, I mean, he was in women's business. The reality show is full of a lot of their content is a lot that has to do with Real Housewives. So he was definitely in women's business.
Oh,
It wasn't his place to speak. Okay. Thanks, Princess. And that too. Um, I think after all, it went down. Everyone reevaluated their position. Yes, that's true too. WC, that's true too. Okay. Plus say that she spoke to Bishop. Not that he saw the video. Bishop did not speak on the personal convo he had with Ples. No, he didn't. Yes, yeah, I remember that show. Everyone seemed fine. Exactly. It's like they were moving on. Yeah, they did. Everyone seemed fine. Um, like nothing happened. Um, yeah, so I guess this definitely wraps it up for us today. Guys, don't forget to watch our past videos. Again, for those who are putting the pieces together, please do watch our past videos in regards to this particular ordeal. And also, please do give the videos thumbs up and also subscribe if you have not subscribed. And thank you all so much for those who came to join us today. Again, we really love this interaction that we get to have with you all. Again, we'll be doing more of the lives later. And, I heard that, I guess a lot of you are putting on the chat that there's a cease and desist for some of the panel members. So we'll definitely look into that. And, we'll get right back on this when we have some new information to kind of discuss. All right.
and it looks It looks like they said that Marcella revealed it to Nosy Hoek. Nosy Hoek. So it looks like she revealed it to her. So definitely check that out. Definitely. And we're also going to check it out as well because this is the first time we're also learning about it as well. So we will definitely check it out for sure, for sure, for sure. So,
Yeah.
but
So
that is
thank you guys so much again. Love you all. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you all for your love and support, your commentaries. Really appreciate it. And again, all the stuff that we said is in our opinion, is allegedly. So yeah.
all right, guys. We really appreciate
All
it.
right. Thank you all. We love you all. Take care. Till next time. Peace, love, and blessings.
Bye.